questions. When was your team founded, and what was your story behind your team starting the FTC adventure?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I missed it.
When was your team founded, and what was the story behind your team starting the FTC adventure?
So, well, I mean, we started last year. Our high school wanted to make teams and or a team, but there wasn't enough room for us on their team. So we decided, so they basically kicked us off the team. And so we decided to create our own team. Still part of the school, but just like a secondary team. And that really is the where our name comes from too. Ambitious leftovers intentionally turning into nerds. So leftovers.
That's a cool name. I really liked the story behind it. So we can move on to the second question. Kyra, would you like to ask?
Okay, how is the social structure of your team? For example, do you have any member from different countries?
Well, we don't have any members from different countries. We do have like a member from a different school. So all of us go to this one like local high school. And then we do have a new member who just came on our team this year. And it's really cool because we actually met him at one of our outreach events, which is one of our favorite things to do, outreach. So he's from a different school, but we're from a different country.
Thank you. So is there a leader, or do you have any PR departments, or like do you go into sections that's like when there is a conflict, who makes the decision mostly?
Our team's pretty cool in the sense that we all kind of have equal decision-making power. So we kind of work like a democracy where someone will present an idea and then we vote to see if it's a good idea or not. And everyone on our team, because we're such a small team, we all do everything. So like at outreach events, sorry, I keep bringing that up, but that's our favorite thing to do. We all are present. We're all working with the community. We all have different jobs on the team. I'm outreach manager, Evie's media manager, Ari's design manager, Corey's building manager, and Reese is on the code team. So we all kind of have different strengths that work together to form our team.
That's a similar structure of our team. Like we are in a democratic, we're the democratic team, I guess, and that's, I think, how it should be done, like the teamwork. And İklim, can you ask a question?
Do you think there is a balanced gender dispersion among your team members? Can you give us a specific number that shows the gender dispersion among your team?
Well, I mean, so there's 7 people in total, and me and Ava are the only 2 females. So 5 to 2 on our team. But it's overall, we do a lot of outreach events, again, with a lot of women in STEM. So we're trying to get the word out there.
Thank you for your answer. So from projects your team has done in the past, are there any of them that have influenced you guys a lot?
Okay, so for me personally, I guess so we do a lot of work with children, and that's really what I have gotten an interest in currently. So I've learned that working with children, teaching children about STEM and the opportunities that everyone has really taught me that this might be something I want to do in my future, and working with kids. I think I can talk for Ava too, that she really enjoys working with the kids that we get to work with. I think Corey and Ari to learn a little bit more on the robotics side, what they want to do with their projects that we have done.
Thank you. So we did a similar project last year. So we are introducing robotics and STEM to children in rural areas, and we go to the schools in rural areas, and they have less like opportunities than us, and we just want to give them these opportunities to learn STEM and have a future in STEM. So we go these schools and we introduce them STEM, and we do these little activities to entertain them mostly and make them like STEM. So and we give them these books that we wrote and created. They are A.L.I.E.N, A.L.I.E.N, and Gül's robotics journey. And in these books, we taught them that they can.
They are a robotic journey that when they are trying to fund a robotic team in their schools and the difficulties that they face.
Yeah. That's mostly it. So we wanted to say that this topic especially has a very special place in our hearts, and we really like to work with kids also. So we can move on to another question, I guess. What kind of process does your team go through while creating a project? According to which factors do you make the distribution of tasks? Can you explain that process to us step by step?
So when we're like, say, building a part for our robot, what we will do is we'll all like go off and we'll all make a design and we'll like draw it up, and then we'll build that. And then when everybody has their own design, and it's really easy to do because there's only 7 of us, then we all test them. And then after that, we vote on which one works best. And like we go through different criteria. So like how it works, how fast it works, how easy it is to use. And then by going off all those criteria, we find what is the best design to use for our robot.
Thank you. So we have a similar process also, but when you create a project, like when you work with kids, like how does the ideas come up? Like how do you like work with kids also?
Or how do you organize that project?
Yeah, like a project especially.
So one of our main ways that we work with kids is through Park and Rec, and at like our schools, we'll go every Friday and we'll like host this like STEM club with them. And how we think of designs for that is we think of a theme. Like 1 week our theme was technology. So we thought of like just like simple experiments that kids could do. So like lemons powering a light bulb, or Play-Doh powering a light bulb, something that like the kids will be able to do and be able to like learn the basic concept and idea, so that way they can take it back or make improvements. Like we always have our times within the meetings for the kids to see how many light bulbs they can light up, or the simplest way to make the light bulb light up, which is always really cool. And for that, we just always write a curriculum, and I'm actually in charge of writing the curriculum. So we have a like fall curriculum and then a winter curriculum, and we have different activities every time because kids always remember if they've done something before. And it is just really simple to think of the ideas, because you just take a more complex engineering idea and kind of simplify it for a younger audience. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for your answer. So Kyra is gonna ask you a question.
You're joining tournaments in your country. Do you think the given education on robotics and STEM and support is enough in your country?
I think we're pretty lucky. So we're me, Ava, and Ari are part of SASTA, which is an organization. It's the Association for Students in STEM, something like that. And and we work to talk to representatives in our state and higher up if we get the opportunity to, if it wasn't for COVID. And I think it's just a great opportunity that we get enough support from our government. They seem all up to supporting us and giving us the funds to do it. So I think we're pretty lucky.
Yes, I think so. We are very lucky because we don't have that support in our country, and so many countries doesn't have this don't have this support. So we try to we study in a school that teaches potentially high kids,
potential.
high potential kids. So we are given a opportunity. So we try to like give these opportunities that we have to the less
Less lucky.
less lucky ones. So I guess we are in the same situation then. We can move on to another question.
Özel, can you ask a question if you're here? Or İklim?
Yes, I can. How could you define FRC as a team? What does FRC mean to you guys?
Özel, they are a
FTC
FTC team.
team.
So could you describe a FTC team then?
Yeah. Could you describe FTC?
Like, what does it mean to you? Like being a team, what does it what does it include to you, I guess?
Being on Team A.L.I.E.N is something that's really important to me, really special to me, because on A.L.I.E.N we're not only like the community team, but we are a community. So anytime that like I'm feeling down, like Evie will help cheer me up, and it's really great, not only on like a professional level, but also like on a personal level. This team's really special.
We agree with that. Like, we think this community that we have in our teams is very special because we are always working together. So there is a like bond, and we have a lot of meetings to come up and like explain what we did in the week. So there is a lot, like we spent a lot of time together. So
yes,
yeah,
because our school is a boarding school, so we live in our campus and we spend our time with each other. So we are not like a team, we are more like a family.
Yeah, and so we can ask another question then. İklim, do you have one?
What are your goals as a team, A.L.I.E.N? What kind of studies do you guys work on in order to achieve your goals? And can you imagine yourself achieving the goals, for example, in 5 years or 10 years?
Honestly, so this is our second year, and last year was COVID, so our goals are pretty small right now because we're just kind of starting off. So I guess our goals, I see myself in when we all graduate, another lower class of us coming in, because that's kind of our goal, to inspire the future first. So having more people in our team even when we all graduate, because we're all of us, me, Ava, and Ari, and Reese and Cole are pretty close in age. So once we all leave, we need to have that support from the future and the lower classmen to have. So that's what I really see as a goal, and just us thriving more. So
Thank you for that answer. So we agree with that, and we try to like educate and like teach our new members our values as a team. So that's basically what we do and our purpose as well. So we can move on to the last question. Can you share with us a funny memory that happened to you during a competition or a tournament? But since there was COVID, I guess you didn't attend a tournament, but can you describe us a funny moment
in your team?
Yeah.
So actually, last year we were lucky enough to go to state in person as a competition, and during one of the like games, there was a piece called a wobble goal, which is like it has a round bottom and then a pole sticking up so the robot can grab onto it. And somehow we maneuvered the robot to get stuck on top of the wobble goal, so we weren't able to move for the rest of the game. And that was a really funny moment that happened.
Thank you for your answer.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
clever.
Uh,
And also another moment was when robots were getting on our side and I started bodying the other robots and hitting them with our robot. And it was legal because they were on our side. But my team was freaking out because I thought I was doing something illegal.
Thank you for your answer. So we wanted to end our meeting with a funny memory, because why not? So thank you for your answers and thank you for your time. We are very happy that you're here and answering our questions. And as the first family, we wanted to meet with you and bond with you. So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
So maybe we will see you again sometime in many projects, maybe. Yes, you can ask questions.
Can we take a screenshot for our side?
Of course.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if you answered this already, but where do you guys come from?
We come from Turkey. We are in a small place called Gebze. And
Near to Istanbul.
maybe you know that, Istanbul. So we're
When
going
you
to take a screenshot now. Could you wait a second? Thank you. So do you have any questions?
so you said that you are in a boarding school. How does that work with as a team? Do you just like on your own time you decide to meet together, or do you have like a mentor at the school who like oversees the meetings?
So we meet 2 times a week, but we have different parts of our team. Like we have FLL, FRC, and PR. PR section meets 2 times, but FRC can go more than 2 times a
Yes.
week. And we work very hard, and we take our own time. Like we have a activity time in our school that our school provides us.
Yes, for the club activities, and also our mentor is living in campus either, but we don't ask for help from him because he's new at a new teacher in here, and his first experience here in FRC.
So like our mentor isn't like a mentor. He just like he's a mentor, but he just take cares of the
Paperwork.
signatures and paperwork. Yes, but we are on our own, and we don't have a special someone to take care of us. We just do it on our own, I guess.
When did your team get started?
2007 as a FLL team, and in FRC it's 2012.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any questions? So we can end our meeting then.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us and like answering our questions and asking us questions. We hope to see you soon again on many other projects, and bye.
Done.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.